Have you ever worked with someone that you just couldn't stand? And I mean, they just got under your skin. You didn't like them. You didn't like the way they did their job. Well, today I want to talk about the 5 reasons that people hate the safety guy. Why do people hate the safety guy? Hopefully they don't where you work, but trust me, I've been around quite a few different job sites. I've been around different companies, and sometimes safety is just hated. I want to jump right into it. One reason that people hate safety and the safety guy is because the safety guy can sometimes make their job harder. Shocker, right? Sometimes we make it harder to do the safe thing than to just take the shortcut, right? There's a reason it's called a shortcut, because it's shorter, it's faster, it's quicker, it's easier, but it's not safer. So a challenge that I have as a safety manager, safety consultant, is trying to create jobs where people do the safe thing automatically, right? How do we make it easier to do the safe thing than to do the shortcut? That's a challenge. And if people see you as just a way to make their job harder, they're not going to like you very much. Now, the number 2 reason that people don't like the safety guy is because the incentive program makes them hate you. So if you have an incentive program where people lose their bonus and they look at you as the reason they lost their bonus, then you're taking money away from them and they're gonna hate you for it. They feel like, wait a minute, why'd you take money away from me? I didn't get hurt. My people didn't get hurt. I'm getting lumped into some big group or team mentality and you took the money away from me. That wasn't fair. You're taking it away from me. And that's why they hate the safety guy. So we want to do what we can to make it obvious, clear. How do our incentive programs encourage safe behavior so that people get a bonus and they feel like, hey, you gave me something. I'm getting something for this versus you're taking it away from me. Now, the number 3rd thing is we find sometimes, and I've been guilty of this, we go out looking for problems. We go out looking to catch people doing it the wrong way. I'm going to go see how many people aren't wearing their gloves today. I'm going to see how many people aren't wearing their earplugs. And then I'm going to make a list. Or I'm going to take a picture of them. And I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to tell their manager about it. And they feel like, what are you, some mall cop out here, patrolling the parking lot? We don't like it when we feel like somebody's out to get us. So don't be the safety manager that's out to get people. Now, the secret to this is if you can catch people doing it right and praise them for it. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to hand them a check. You don't have to give them money. You can just simply give them a handshake, a pat on the back, and thank them for what they're doing. And just that, catching them doing it right can make a big difference. But if you're out there just trying to find problems, you're going to be hated. Tell you a story with this. I heard a guy one time who was really hot, and I could tell, he wasn't mad at me, he was mad at safety. And I was asking him, what happened? He goes, man, I remember I was working on the job and I took my hard hat off to wipe my brow and I had somebody come up and reprimanded me for it. Right? And we all, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole too much, but it reminds me, I've heard of people when they went to Disney World during COVID and they had opened it up and they were requiring people to wear masks, and they were like, I couldn't even eat my pretzel because every time I pulled my mask down, they'd yell at me, put your mask back up, put your mask back up. And that doesn't feel good, right? No one wants to be fussed at when they take their hard hat off to wipe sweat off the brow, or they take their safety glasses off to wipe their eyes. Now, yes, we know statistically sometimes the safety glasses don't go right back on. So it's important to encourage that, but don't be that person that's just trying to catch people not doing it right. That will make you hated. The 4th reason that people hate the safety guy is if he's using or she's using statistics all the time. And you feel like, I'm not a statistic, right? I'm a person, I'm a worker. I've worked here for 15 years. Use my name, talk about me. If they feel like they're just a number and just a statistic, and 3 out of 75, blah, 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 that doesn't make it personal. That makes it very, you're looking at the image, you're looking at the expenses, you're looking at the cost. People don't want to be thought of as a number, and that will make you hated. All right, and then the fifth one, the one I want to close it out with, is paperwork over people. Now, I talk about this when I talk about accident response, but the number one important priority when somebody gets hurt on the job is getting them medical attention. We want to get them medical attention. We don't want to show up with a clipboard and say, oh, by the way, Ronald, what was your mom's maiden name? I got to fill out this accident report. And they're sitting there holding their hand bleeding. No. Care for the person, not the paperwork. Put the person over the paperwork. So we want to make sure that people know that we care about them. We want to get them medical attention. We're not using people as statistics to make ourselves or the company or the safety programs look better. That's just a byproduct of it. That's not the reason for it. So just to recap, all five, let me go down my list real quick. Number one, safety guys are hated when they make the job harder. They're hated when they take away the bonus, or they're perceived to take away the bonus. They're hated when you're constantly looking to catch people doing the wrong thing. They're hated when they're using statistics over personal people. And the fifth and the final one, they're hated when they put the paperwork over the people. And you feel like you're just not as important as getting that report done. We don't want to be safety guys that are hated. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't care about becoming the best safety manager you can be. Do everything you can today to catch people doing it right. Make it easier for people to do the safe thing. And make sure they understand why they're getting the safety bonus if you have a safety bonus program. You're not taking it away, you're providing the bonus. Okay? Until we talk again, do everything you can to keep the people you work with safe, because no one should get hurt at work.